Hey everyone, and welcome to the deep dive. Today we're talking about something I think we all think about: making our money work smarter, not harder, you know?
It's definitely a universal goal.
Yeah,
And the good news is there are practical steps we can take to get there.
for sure. And that's what got me so interested in Mina Love's book, 100 Plus Money Saving Hacks. But before we even get to the tips themselves, can we talk about Mina Love's background for a second? Nursing, journalism, even theology, it's quite the mix.
Right. It makes you wonder how someone with a background like that ends up writing about personal finance. It's not the typical path.
Exactly. And that actually makes me even more interested to hear what she has to say. I mean, she starts the book talking about the paycheck to paycheck struggle, something I think a lot of us can relate to.
Absolutely. It's a really common experience, and it can make you feel like you're stuck in a rut.
Definitely. So how do we break free?
Well, this is where Mina's micro savings idea comes in.
Right.
You don't have to make drastic changes overnight. It's about making small, manageable changes that add up over time.
Small changes, big results. I like the sound of that. But what do those changes look like? What's a micro-saving hack that anyone can use?
Okay, well, how about this? Imagine being able to save, say, $1,300 a year just by making one simple change in your daily routine.
Hold on, $1,300. That's, what, a whole vacation right there? What's the secret?
It's all about those small, consistent savings and letting the power of compounding work its magic.
Okay, hold on. Before we go any further, let's break down this whole compounding thing.
Basically, it's how those small savings grow exponentially over time. Think of it like this: that $1,300 you saved, if you put that into a high-yield savings account or invest it wisely, it starts to generate its own interest, and then that interest earns interest, and it just keeps growing.
So even if you don't feel like you have a lot to save, those micro savings can really make a difference in the long run.
Exactly. And that's what's so exciting about Mina's 100 plus money saving hacks. It's packed with these actionable, often surprising tips and tricks that can really add up.
All right, give me another example. What's another one of these hacks that blew your mind?
Well, one that I thought was really interesting was donating blood platelets. Apparently, you can actually get paid for that. Plus, it's for a good cause.
Wait, really? I had no idea.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, of course. You have to, you know, meet certain requirements and make sure you're going to a reputable place. But Mina says you can potentially earn like up to $500 a month.
Wow, $500. That's pretty impressive. I'd have to see if I can handle it, though. I'm not the biggest fan of needles, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. Not all of these hacks are going to be for everyone, right? The key is finding what works for you and your lifestyle.
Okay, so maybe donating platelets isn't my thing, but what about something a little less that needle-why? What else did Mina Love have up her sleeve?
Well, remember how we were talking about her background, like all
We
the
were-
different things she's done. Well, one of the things she talks about is side hustles, using your skills to make some extra cash, which, considering all the stuff she's done, it totally makes sense that she would have tried a bunch of different things.
So it's not just about driving for a ride-sharing app or something?
Yeah, not at all. It's about figuring out what you're good at and what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Like maybe you're amazing at graphic design or you love animals and you could be a dog walker.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm actually a pretty good baker. Maybe I could sell some treats at the farmer's market or something.
See? There you go. You've already got a potential side hustle. And you know what's great? This actually ties into what Mina calls the challenge point. She wants people to actually take action. Don't just read the book and forget about it. Try something.
I love that idea. What was a challenge point that really stuck with you?
Honestly, the one about subscriptions really resonated with me. They can seriously add up without us even realizing it.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it. I just realized I'm paying for like 3 different streaming services I barely even use. It's scary how much that stuff adds up.
Right. Sometimes it's these small changes that make the biggest difference.
Totally. It reminds me of something else Mina talks about: tiny tweaks, making small changes with a big impact. And this actually makes me think she has another book called 30 Tiny Tweaks. Does that connect with her financial advice at all?
It does, actually. In 30 Tiny Tweaks, she talks about how these small changes can impact your whole life, not just your finances.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Like instead of buying a soda every afternoon, you could go for a walk. So you're saving money and you're getting healthier at the same time.
Right. It's those small, conscious choices that add up, whether it's your health, your finances, or daily routine.
Absolutely. And that actually brings us back to Mina's background. With her experience in nursing and even theology, it makes you think that maybe financial health is about more than just, dollars and cents. It's also about your mindset and your overall well-being.
It's like that saying, take care of your pennies and the dollars will take care of themselves. But in this case, it's more like, take care of yourself And your finances might just thank you for it.
I love that. A more holistic way of thinking about finances. You don't have to be a financial expert to make positive changes in your life.
It really makes you realize that financial freedom isn't just about having a ton of money in the bank. It's about having the freedom to live the life you want without constantly stressing about money.
Exactly. And these tiny tweaks and micro savings can help you get there.
For sure. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, but I feel like we've just scratched the surface of what Mina Love has to offer. If you're ready to start making some of these tiny tweaks and explore this idea of microsaving, definitely check out her work. Her books are full of really practical tips and inspiring stories.
Yeah, and remember, even the smallest changes can make a big difference. Start small, stay consistent, and see where it takes you.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive, everyone. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep making those tiny tweaks.